Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the corner and welcome to your latest Chelsea transfer news. The signature of Nicolas Jackson is in hot pursuit. There's a lot of teams going after Nicolas Jackson, but none other than Aston Villa. Aston Villa is hot on his tails right now. They want this player badly. And you know what? I would love to see Nicolas Jackson go to Aston Villa and do really well there. From the bottom of my heart, honestly, I wish him all the best. Hopefully this move materializes because Newcastle, you absolute putas, you guys made a big mistake. You should have gone for Nicolas Jackson. Now, hopefully he's on the way to Aston Villa and hopefully Aston Villa puts one on you guys down the track and finishes ahead of Newcastle. You made a big mistake, Newcastle. I really wanted to see Nicolas Jackson go there, but it's not materializing. The bottom line with Nicolas Jackson, ladies and gentlemen, is there's no space for him at Chelsea Football Club. We've got João Pedro, we've got Liam Delap, we've got other players that can fit in that position as well. Play as a makeshift striker. Well, hopefully that doesn't come to that position. So that's why Nicolas Jackson's time at Chelsea Football Club has run out. But I've always maintained there's a decent player there. Whether he develops into a top player, we shall see. He's gonna want to reunite with Unai Emery, who was his manager back in Villarreal. So there's a little bit of history there. We've got a whole heap of news in regards to Nicolas Jackson. We've got updates in regards to I believe, who's the other one that we've been talking about? Yes, Chukwuemeka and Anselmino. So these are the three players that are hot in the topics right now. Look, let's kick things off from here. This is the latest news coming from Fabrizio Romano. Aston Villa are pushing for Nicolas Jackson, top target wanted by Unai Emery. Aston Villa in recent times, they've made some good sales. They do have PSR problems. If you look back in previous seasons, John Duran was sold for a good amount of money. John Duran was sold for a good amount of money. In this window as well, I think they got rid of Jacob Ramsey to Newcastle for a decent amount of fee as well. And they're looking to, I suppose, fix themselves, or they're looking to make sure they place themselves well for the future. Ollie Watkins, it's not like he's getting any younger, and they want to go with someone like Nicolas Jackson, so why not? Look, I'm going to have one eye on Aston Villa. 100% I'm going to have one eye on Aston Villa. I mean, if this deal happens, let's see if Aston Villa can actually make it happen. But they should have the money now. Aston Villa should have the money. And it looks like we've got a bit of a business. We've got business relationships with a lot of clubs out there. Aston Villa as well. Omari Kellyman, if you guys remember, we don't know where he is for Chelsea Football Club. I'm not sure where Omari Kellyman is. We've given them Martsen. We're looking for Morgan Rogers down the track. Maybe we shall see. I don't think Morgan Rogers happens now because we're going to get Garnacho and Xavi Simons. So I think Morgan Rogers maybe down the track. This business relationship with Chelsea and Aston Villa can prosper into a beautiful relationship. And don't forget, Morgan Rogers has got history with Manchester City Academy, where he knows all of these other Manchester City ex-academy players that we have. So we shall see what happens down the track. Aston Villa are now trying to sign Jackson, pushing to make it happen. Newcastle, Bayern, and more clubs still keen. Look, forget about Bayern Munich. I don't know what's wrong with this club. I thought you're one of the super clubs in world football. Why are you struggling financially? What's going on there? What's going on there? I find it very strange. So forget about Bayern Munich. Newcastle, look, I'm fed up. You can't land a player. You couldn't land João Pedro. You couldn't land Ekitike. You couldn't land Sesko. You're still struggling with Yohan Wissa. You're just put yourself in the bin. Honestly, Newcastle, put yourself in the bin. So don't even worry about Nicolas Jackson anymore. We'll see what happens. But hopefully Aston Villa gets Nicolas Jackson. And we shall see what the price is going to be. There is rumours about maybe a 10 million loan, which is quite excellent, to be honest. I'm pretty sure they'll cover the wages as well. 10 million loan, and then down the track, an obligation to buy. As long as if it's a loan that there has to be an obligation to buy, I've got no problems with that because we do need to get rid of players. We can't just have them farmed out as loanees, and then they're going to come back to us at the end of this season, and then it becomes a problem for us next summer. No, we need to cut the problems, because don't forget, next summer it's going to be wild again. We've already bought a lot of players that's been farmed out. They're going to return back to Chelsea, like Enciso. He's going to be a Chelsea player next season. Mamadou Sarr will be a Chelsea player. Then you've got Kendry Park. All of these players. So every window is going to be gargantuan. So let's see what happens down the track. There is a crazy race ongoing behind the scenes for Nicolas Jackson. There are many, many clubs who want him. Newcastle are still there. Aston Villa, Bayern are closely monitoring, and many more. Look, right now, I only respect Aston Villa. The other two, I couldn't care less, because Newcastle, you had all this time. You had all this time to secure Nicolas Jackson, who would have been a perfect fit for you. You could have even started the first match day with Nicolas Jackson starting for you, but you opted not to. So forget it. Do you know what? I hope Chelsea don't even sell to Newcastle. I hope Nicolas Jackson opts to go to Aston Villa. I think that will be a sensational move for him. Now, next up, ladies and gentlemen, check this out. Chelsea are close to reaching an agreement with Borussia Dortmund for Kani Chukwuemeka, 20 million plus bonuses plus percentage of future resale. Why not? Anselmino will also go there on loan. Now, this has been the little trick Chelsea has pulled on Dortmund. Dortmund, another one who are trying to be cheap, who are trying to be sneaky. Bundesliga clubs, Leipzig with Nkunku, Dortmund with Chukwuemeka. They don't want none of these players on a permanent. They only want loan. But they have the money. Believe me, they have the money. But they see that they can negotiate. They see that these players are not wanted by us, so they wanna lowball us. But Chelsea's pulled the rug under them nicely, because Dortmund were also interested in Anselmino on loan. And look, the bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, Anselmino needs to go on loan. He needs a lot more minutes. Yeah, sure, we could have used him, but the problem is he's not going to get enough game time. Sure, in the center CB position, he could have done something. He's still raw. He still needs to develop, and Dortmund are good at developing youth players. So Dortmund has their eye on Anselmino, and Chelsea said, you know what? You want the loan for Anselmino? No problems. No problems. Buy Chukwuemeka permanently, and you'll get the loan for Anselmino. So kudos to the sporting directors. Kudos to everyone that's involved in doing these sort of deals, because, yeah, we need to have the leverage. We definitely need to have the leverage. We cannot allow for these Bundesliga clubs to run amok. Borussia Dortmund and Chelsea are in direct talks over a loan move for Aaron Anselmino. I think good movement. Dortmund, yes, I know in the Bundesliga, defending is a bit of a madness, but Dortmund want to play out from the back. They do play possession-based football, and Anselmino will keep improving on that. That is his strength, to play out from the back, playing as a central defender, and then driving the ball forward and making those beautiful passes and line-breaking passes from deep. That will be good for Dortmund, and he can develop, and we'll see Anselmino what future he has at Chelsea next season. So good move, I feel, if it happens. Chelsea has proposed a double deal: Kani Chukwuemeka on permanent transfer and Anselmino on loan. I love it. Hopefully it does materialize. And Dortmund, seriously, come to the party, man. Come to the party now. Do not be dilly-dallying around with this any longer, please. I beg you. Time's running out. We need to make a move. We need to move on. We've got other players that we need to get rid of. We can't be dwindling on Chukwuemeka. Oh my God. How long have we been dwindling over Chukwuemeka for? Months. Dortmund, shame on you, man. Come and get this job done. Chukwuemeka wants you. You want him. Let's get it going. Anselmino, an option. So this was Enzo Maresca being questioned in the press conference earlier today, being asked about Anselmino. Could he be an option for Chelsea Football Club in defense, especially in the centre CB position to play out from the back? Maresca said, Aaron is training with us. He is a fantastic boy, good player, but he needs to go and play games. He's another player waiting for a solution. So look, Maresca, very, very upfront and honest about it. He's also come out in the press conference saying that, I think in translation, something was missed. He didn't really mean to get a CB in the market. He meant that internal solution. He was looking for internal solution. Look, I don't think so. I think he's only saying this because there's been a big reaction off the back of what he said last week. And, the briefings that we've been getting directly, I'm pretty sure, information coming from our directors and owners that you got to find, we're not going into the market. You got to find a solution. And I think now Enzo Maresca is changing his tune on it. Look, the way I look at it, I'm a little bit torn. In one hand, I feel like we do need a CB because it is a specialized position. But on the other hand, we do have a lot of CBs. So Enzo Maresca probably do try and find a solution, because not every time you're going to go into the market and get a ready-made solution for you. You're going to have to. This is why you're the Chelsea manager. You've been given this big job. Not always you're going to get what you want, right? Now, check this out. In total, Chelsea are looking to sign, sell, and loan 13 players in 12 remaining days. It's mad. It is mad. We need to get a move on with negotiations, legal documents, and medicals all needing to be done, drafted, and organized to allow moves to go through. So my days, we've got some busy days ahead of us. So many players still need to move on. Players that need to come in and medicals that need to happen. Look, my goodness me, hopefully we can get it done. Latest, this is something that's come up. Oh, these are the extra bit of news that has fallen in recent times. After the press conference, there is that later on the media press that comes out, or the news side of press conference quotes that come out. Mariska, I'm very happy with Andre. I'm very happy with Andre staying here with us. He can play in Enzo's position for sure. He can play in Moy's position for sure. There you go. So Andre Santos is able to play both the positions. Now, previously, I remember Enzo Maresca talking about that he can only play the one position. Maresca hints at rotation between João Pedro, depending on game plan, which is fine. And that's about it. That's about it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about, especially in regards to Nicolas Jackson going to Aston Villa. Let me know your thoughts. Smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, take care. See ya.